Hello, I'm Chris Menard. In today's video, I'm going to show you Ally Bank. It is my favorite online bank, and I've got one particular item to talk about, and that is how to set up buckets and boosters with your savings account. That way you have a certain reason to save your money and you know where that savings is going. So let's go ahead and dive right into this. So I have my Ally Bank pulled up. In case you're wondering, what is Ally Bank? It is an online bank only. They do have checking, savings, CDs, investment accounts. I think they even do car loans, but I don't have that one. Anyway, buckets and boosters are two features that fall under your savings account. So instead of having multiple savings accounts, because I'm saving for a vacation, I need tires for my car, I need to have pet money for having my dog groomed, teeth cleaning for the pet. You can have a total of 10 buckets, and this keeps you from having to have 10 savings accounts. You can decide how you fund those buckets from your checking account. Maybe you have direct deposit twice a month, maybe weekly. You can have money automatically go into those buckets, and you can even set goals for those buckets. So to test this, I wanted to make sure the buckets work. So here I am. I'm already signed into Ally. I'm going to go to Ally Chris Savings. Notice it's 816 is the balance. It's going to say 816 when this screen appears. There you go. Scroll down just a tad, 816. So the 816, to test this, and I'm going to then do it from scratch, I went ahead and set up 3 buckets right here. So if you add up all these numbers, including my core savings, that is the $816. So I set up a bucket for vacation, and money automatically goes into it. I set up a bucket for vehicles, and I set a bucket up for pets. You can see the target dates that I set up, and you can even see the goal that I set up for each one. So that is your buckets. Notice it even says optimize, organize with buckets, and then you optimize with boosters. So you set up the buckets first, and then you decide how do you want to fund them. And just to test this, just to show you this, it says I have 2 recurring transfers, and I'm going to go view them. I wanted to make sure this worked. So that $5 that you see, I click on that one. That is every week $5 goes into a bucket. And it goes into the pets bucket. Close that out. Back here again. And the other one was a monthly one. I wanted to make sure this one worked. So it goes from my checking account. I get paid on the last day of the month. And it goes into 2 buckets. And if you say, well, what 2 buckets does this go into? This goes into vehicles, $40. And then it goes into vacations, $100. And I can come and change the amounts here. Just to let you know this, close that, yes, leave. Just to let you know this, if you set up the buckets or you set up the recurring transactions and you don't like them, you can always just cancel them and close them. I even tested that and that works, so you can stop this anytime you want. Here we go. Let's take this, setting up a bucket. So I've already used 3 of my 10, but I'm going to add another one. These show up by default. This is pretty cool. So a lot of these will work, but if you remember, I already have one for vehicles. Well, that's for my normal vehicle repairs, but I need some tires coming up in about 6 or 7 months. So I'm going to go to vehicles again, and I'm also going to do, I need to put away some money for the home. Got a few home repairs coming up. So you can select multiple buckets right here, hit done. So there are the 2 buckets that says you've added 2 buckets. The only feature I get a little picky about here with this Ally Bank is add money to your buckets. You can add money to your buckets right now without doing the boosters or the recurring transactions. But if you do this, just to let you know this, it doesn't want to pull from your checking account. It only wants to pull from your savings account. Now with Ally, that's not a real big deal because I could quickly go in here and transfer money from checking to savings, and it happens immediately. I could even do it on my mobile phone. They got a great mobile app. So it's the only thing I get a little bit picky about is if you want to fund the bucket right at the beginning, it does come from savings. If you do the recurring transactions or the boosters, it does pull from checking if you want it to, and that's what I'm going to do. So here you go. Here's the vehicle I set up. But notice I already got this one for 40, and this one already has recurring transactions. So I'm going to do two things. I'm going to set the goal, and then I'm going to set up, I'm going to change the name real quick. So for my tires, I have no clue what tires cost for my car, but I'm going to just say $800. It's a small car. The target date, we're in February. I'm going to go, I need this money by August 31st. Set goal. So there you go. I can also, I've already got one called vehicles. I'm going to edit this bucket and give it a nickname. So this is specifically for tires. So I'm going to call it tires and hit update. So that one's good to go. Close this one out. So if you notice now, tires, $800. I'm going to go do the home one real quick. I need some home repairs. I'm going to edit the bucket. I'm going to call it repairs just to keep this simple. Update. Goals. Repairs. Next. Target amount. I need $300 for this. Got a few repairs I need done. And I need this done by June 30th. Perfect. Close that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 buckets, and then there's my core savings still sitting there. So again, 10's the max here. All right, so now I need to fund these two right here, tires and repairs. So we got our buckets. Let's go down and optimize with boosters. If this is collapsed, expand it. To be technical, there are 3 different boosters you can have. They're sitting right there on the screen. Surprise savings, I'm not getting into. Roundup, I'm not going to do, but I'll just tell you real quick, a roundup is if I'm using my Ally checking account card, it'll keep rounding money up while I use it. And then when I get to, I think, $5, it'll send it over into my savings. That is a roundup. Today, though, I'm just trying to fund those buckets with my paycheck. I get paid twice a month. You can put it in whatever you want to. So view your recurring transfers. These are already set up. I'm going to hit add another one. I get paid, so if you got paid weekly and you wanted to do this weekly, you could right here. You got paid every 2 weeks or want to do it every 2 weeks, you could. I get paid semi-monthly, the end of the month and the 15th of the month. Well, there's no 15th, so this is a tip for me. I'm going to go do the end of the month first, and then I'll come right back here and do the other one. So I'm going to keep this simple. I want $120 to come out of my checking. Next. Where do you want that to go? I want 70, I want 80 to go to tires. I'm making this up as I go. And I want $40 to go to repairs. And that is perfect right there. That is 100%. Hit next. By the way, I could send it to other buckets again. Next. What account do you want it to come from? Here is where you can pick your checking account, because I get direct deposit into this checking account, and the frequency is every month. Just to show you this, you could change this again here, but every month works. Deliver the first transfer. Major here. You probably want to pick a day you know you get paid, and if for some reason, let's say you're worried that, hey, I usually get paid on the 15th of the month, but sometimes it happens a couple days later, then make it a couple days later. So I'm going to pick that this happens on the end of the month. I always get paid on the end of the month. Hit next. Submit. I could cancel that any time I wanted to, so there is another recurring transfer. So here is that's the one I just made, by the way, 120, and saved so far, 0, which is true because it's not today's February 19th. Next item, I'm going to do it one more time. So here's the bonus. Again, I get paid twice a month. In the middle of the month, I want $80 to go. I got a lot of expenses in the middle of the month. Hit next. Again, I need to send some money to tires. I'm going to send 50, and repairs is going to get 30. That is 100%. Next. Select an account, again checking because my check's going to hit every month, but here you go. I want this one to happen on March 15th. So that is handled, getting paid twice a month. Hit next, submit. Perfect. We are officially done. I showed you how to set up buckets. You can have a total of 10. I showed you how to set a goal for each bucket, change the name on each bucket, and then we did some boosters. So buckets and boosters, do the buckets first, then we did some boosters. That's where you set up your recurring transactions. I'm going to stress it again. You can cancel this at any time you want to. If I didn't want, I'm making this up, if I don't want this pets, I can come up here and click on pets, delete the bucket. The money goes back into my core savings. You don't lose it or anything like that. If you want to cancel recurring transactions, you can do those also. Give me any comments or questions about this. If you have any comments or questions about Ally Bank, which is my favorite online bank, let me know. I've been with them since 2017, I believe. I am not a spokesperson for Ally Bank, just to be clear about that also. And subscribe to my YouTube channel and have a wonderful day. Thank you.